Hello, everyone. It's Yogi here. I hope you're well. Welcome. Welcome. Yes, this is 200th live stream right here you're watching. I don't know how we got here. And I remember not that long ago when I noticed that I hit 100 live stream mark. And I was thinking, where do we go from here? And lo and behold, this is where we are, 200th live stream. Yes, welcome everyone. So, to celebrate the 200th live stream, nothing better than working on this piece. Okay, and I started just about 3 days ago, and during a marathon, 11 11-hour marathon. Okay, we started. I was planning to do 10 hours and we ended up doing 11. So there you go. It's all spontaneous. So yes, today I am going to work on this piece. This is Sleep Time, and by Ciro Marchetti. And it's absolutely beautiful piece. I enjoy every single stitch I've done so far, and I cannot wait to dig in. I didn't touch it yesterday. You know, sometimes I like to give it a little bit of breathing space, even though I'm dying to go back. And if you haven't seen the markup, let me show you. Look at this. Can you blame me? This is just absolutely beautiful and really, really tranquil. And particularly for this time of year, you know, we want to stay in nice and cozy. And today, I think London weather is down to technically 0. But I think with wind chill, we're probably down to -4. So, you know, you just want to stay in and curl up and do a little bit of stitching. And look at those sleepy faces. It's just so beautiful. And there's a squirrel. I'm hoping to get there at some point soon. Okay, so this piece is by Ciro Marchetti, and it's also a supersize. So this is my first supersize piece, and max colors, of course. And just quickly show you where I am at this point. You know, Saga at the front, the home screen normally. Oh yeah, it is showing now because last time I checked the percentage, I couldn't even see it because I really only stitch a little bit here on the upper right corner, and this is a supersize piece. Okay, and so let me show you the numbers here. So currently, as of today, I am, let's have a look, 0.11 percent. Okay, a little bit, just a little bit. I move the needle a tiny bit, and the number of colors involved for this piece is a grand total of 239 colors. So it's one color short of the max color, which is 240. So I am going to start a new sprint right in front of you from 0, of course, and it's going to count my stitches as I move forward today. I cannot wait. This is just such a gorgeous, gorgeous piece. And I want to say hello and welcome all of you. My goodness, I know this is, you know, it's only back in June, I think. I gave myself a 30-day challenge to stream every day. And, you know, this is where we are. Let's have a look at the chat and see who I've got with me today. Oh, lovely Sarah. You know, Sarah has been here all along. I wouldn't say it's from the first episode, because first episode, only me, the only audience was me, okay? But Sarah has joined pretty early on, has been a firm supporter of the channel. Thank you so much, Sarah. And yes, Sarah says, congratulations on 200. I know. Could you believe it? And so good to see you, Sarah. And also our Rajao as well, one of the regulars from the start. And And Rajal says, congratulations on 200. Thank you so much, Rajal, to be here almost every day, you know. Rajal went away for a couple months. We really missed her, and she came back to us. How wonderful. And also we have Serena as well. How good to see you here, Serena. Serena says, hi, everyone. And congrats on your 200 lives. Thank you so much. And Chelsea Summer is always, it's also here. And Kelly as well. Let me just make adjustments here so I can see my screen properly. And Kelly is also here as well. Welcome. And Grace Housen. I know, 200. It's just unbelievable. And Lizzie is also here saying hello to everyone. And Amira. So how nice to see you. And Al Flemon as well. Great to have you back. And BLT Betty, thank you so much. And Suzanne, hello, hello. And Brittany is also here, of course. This is Saturday, isn't it? So, we have Travis as well. Hello, hello. And yes, today's technically what is that? Amy Stewart, my God, my brain. I've been teaching today, so it's been really, really busy, so bear with me. Yes, technically it's Amy Stewart Day, but you know, it's 200, so I stitch whatever I want. And you too, I'll give you that freedom as well. And Travis, hello, and Kelly as well. And Rachel, hello, great to have you. And Maddie is also back with us as well. And Carlisle, wonderful to see you. And Colette is also in the chat. And Jamie Larson is also here. And thank you so much. And Wendy as well. And Jackie, yes, 200 streams. Unbelievable. And who else have we got? And Chrissy is also here. Landria as well, my love. How nice to see you. And Kimber, hello, hello. And Busy Mom as well. And Abney is also here in the chat with us. Mandy Moran, hello, I can see you. And Callan is here also. And Clara, hello, sleep time, supersized, yes, exactly. And Six as well, Cedric. And Love Drunk is also in here. Oh dear, I'll come back to you and say hello to you one by one. So, I just want to come back to my piece here and start stitching, you know, to warm up a little bit. And we will come back to the chat very soon. So this is a 25 count, sort of ungridded fabric, DMC fabric. And the tension's beautiful today. I love it when I get the tension totally perfect, and I cannot wait to stitch. And I'm doing 1/1. And if you've been following me on the New Year's Eve marathon, I started this piece from the upper right corner using color flow method. So the other piece I started in December, vintage toys, Max colors, and I started from the upper left using the same method, and the result is fantastic, and the stitches are so even and flat, as you can see. It's just so beautiful. Oh, hang on a second, just give me a second. I can hear trouble out there in the patio. Oh dear. Did you hear it? It was Dolly. Dolly was like having a little fight, little cat fight there. With this cat, we've been having problems. Can you hear it? This is the cat of the problem cat. The problem cat. He's been trying to invade our house and intimidating Dolly as well. And that's why I have to lock the cat flap. So the incoming is actually locked, and that's why Dolly was locked out yesterday. And today I forgot to lock it. Well, not that I forget. I was just worried that Dolly was going to get out and not able to come in. So I unlocked it, and lo and behold, we've got this visitor. Really aggressive. A big black cat, looks really well fed, but I'm not sure whether he's got an owner or not. And yes, it's pretty tricky, and this cat is totally determined to come in. So there you go. So I locked the door now. Hopefully, it's going to be peaceful here. But I think the kitty is not very happy out there. It's been yes, making noises. So there you go. Cat problem. Yes, cat fight. Cat fight. Yes, Dolly is pretty streetwise and can protect herself. But still, when it comes to a big cat like this, it's still a little bit intimidating. So, and Dolly's in now. She's nice and safe. Ah, dear, oh dear. The drama, eh? So, yes, so this piece I've been stitching. Where was I? I've been stitching with Gemma's method, color flow, and it's a beautiful method to do. And as you can see, there's a little bit of green leaves appearing on my pattern here. So let me just quickly show you my markup here. If you look at the upper right, it's where I am, and if I keep going down diagonally to the bottom left, I should get to meet our squirrel first. Okay, so even though it's going to take a little bit, technically I'm doing a squirrel start. It's brand new, it's a new technique, and you can borrow it, it's free. All right, yes. And Lynn is also here in the chat. So good to see you. And Lona as well. Did I say hello to Lona? If not, naughty Yogi. And we also have, yes, how wonderful. So, oh, and Susan. Yes, I did say hello to Susan. My goodness. So, yes, it's been a really busy day. Saturday is always a little bit hectic. Particularly in the morning. And just let me have a little sip of the coffee. Particularly, starting the new year, everybody's coming back to classes, and so it's really busy, really busy. Oh, the coffee's so good. So let me know what you're working on, okay? And as you can see, I'm breaking my own rules today. And it's Amy Stewart Day, so most of you are probably working on Amy Stewart. But today is a free day, okay? I decided to bend the rule, and you can stitch whatever you want. And that's just, that kind of Saturday today. Oh, this coffee, life restoring. And yes, so I'm going to start by warming up these little hands. So with this method, you don't always get to pick a color that's got quite a lot of stitches. But, I think at least from this corner, this area, at this point, okay, it's not too confetti. Some bits, there's some ninja stitches here and there, but overall, it's quite easy to find kind of a, cluster of stitches together, which is quite nice. And so fingers crossed, I'm sure that would all change. But with this chart, I don't know whether you remember, we talked about number 32. And I was wondering whether this chart was doing the regular, using the regular 32 or the special thread, the kind of slightly metallic thread. So I checked the PDF. If you're working on this piece, I don't know, depends on the app you're using. With Saga, when I imported it, it just automatically translated into the special thread, the metallic ones. But it turned out, I checked the PDF, it's the regular 32, which is really nice color actually. It's called dark blueberry. So even though, and I managed to change that on my chart to correct that. So now it should all look quite normal without the sparkling thread. I was slightly disappointed. I was hoping that I'll get to use this special thread, but the chart is actually calling for the regular 32. Okay, immediately I can spot a color which is would be a really good candidate as a starting point. It's got a whole bunch of stitches here. I know, home invasion, it happens. Michelle Fuller, hello, hello. How nice to have you. And Britt says, I'm using color flow as well on 6 Portal. And yes, it's slow, but it makes less mistakes. And not just that, the stitches I find just so neat. And I don't think it's that much slower. I think in the beginning, if you're learning the method, and you probably have to kind of stop and think about where to park and where to stitch next. But I like to think, because I've been stitching this method for maybe roughly a month now, it's getting a lot easier, kind of slowly become second nature. I think this is just one of the methods that the more you stitch, the more fluent you become. So with other methods, for instance, block by block, parking, for instance, you can probably pick that up pretty quickly because it's got very clear rules. Whereas with this one, it's up for interpretation. So your choices, might be different under the same circumstances. So, but also because of that, it makes it more flexible. So it's not a black and white message. Oh, I love this fabric. The tension is so good. Susan says, did 3 hours on traveling library. Now working on Christmas Village, drinking cold coffee. Wow. I hope you're nice and warm, Susan. London is getting quite cold. I think, with wind chill, we're -4 right here. Oh, what did I do here? And maybe we're going to see snow this week, or next week, rather. Grace, yes. So no metallic thread. I checked. So it's a dark blueberry. It's calling for, which kind of makes sense because we're talking about night sky at the back. I was, I did think the sparkling thread would be quite nice as well because it's slightly little twinkling effect at the background, but it makes sense for the dark blueberry color. Alandra says, spend all day sorting my threads, intending to work on LaSalle. And now I'm worn out reaching for the library. I know it's like, a little break, isn't it? I mean, sorting threads, it feels quite good. It's quite therapeutic, but, it takes a long time to do. And I'm looking to create a storage filing thing, following Nikki's method, to sort out my CXC, because my DMC, I store them in my drawer. I'm very lucky. I've got a DMC wooden drawer, but my CXC is a little bit, all over the place. I kind of just, put them in plastic little bags, which is not ideal. So I would like to have a storage system for my CXC, and it will probably take a little bit to sort out. But I'm looking forward to it, It's going to be more organized. Abney says it's freezing here in Manchester. There's ice everywhere. Have you got snow yet? I think we might be getting a little bit of snow. I doubt there's going to be a lot of snow, but I think apparently, according to the forecast, London's going to get a little bit of snow. Serena says, we have snow in Belgium. Yes, I think quite a lot of you, where you are, you already have a lot of snow. I remember Travis. Travis says they're totally snowed in Canada. I mean, it's not uncommon that London doesn't get any snow at all for the entire year. Yes, Suzanne. Suzanne says when you convert in Paradise, you have to uncheck the box color for 32. Yes, it didn't even occur to me. I probably, even if I see the setting, I probably wouldn't. I wouldn't even know what it is. So, but it's okay. All I had to do was to go to the calculator thread list and just change the swatch. That's what that is. Doesn't matter. Michelle Fuller says, I'm working on traveling library and drinking iced tea. What's with the iced tea? Oh, yes. I want my hot coffee in my thermal flask. Particularly our friends in Australia. It's summer over there, so they're probably all wearing shorts in bikinis, just drinking tropical drinks, cocktails. Amira says, I'm working on my dragon head. Heater is still broken. Oh no, snow is still falling a bit. And overall, it's a bit cold. No kidding. If it's snowing and there's no heating, oh, wrap up really, really warm. Yes, just cover yourself in a duvet, and mom as well. Make sure mom is nice and warm. Oh, sorry, Amira. I was thinking Lona. Yes, just wrap up warm. Kelly says raining like mad today. It's about 5 degrees. Some parts of my city have higher elevation, and it's getting snow. Yes. So no snow in Manchester just yet. Chrissy says, hubby went to Hobby Lobby for me and bought all the threads for Vintage Baker by Amy Stewart, which I'll be starting tomorrow. Starting now, Chrissy. Oh, you have to kit it up. Chrissy, what you need is a master set. So if you have a master set, you can just start spontaneously. You don't need to kit up anything. How wonderful. You can keep him, okay? Bumblebee, hello. Bumblebee asks, where do you buy your floss from? So, where do you buy your floss, chat? I buy mine. I don't I don't buy floss very often recently, the recent a year or two, because I've got two sets of CXC, two full set of CXC, and also I've got a full set of DMC. So since then, I've been just kind of top up bits and pieces, but I buy my floss generally from a vendor from Etsy. So I think it's a local vendor based in the UK, and I can pick and choose whatever colors, but I don't have to pick one by one, because sometimes you have to go to the basket, find an item, find a color. If you're getting a whole bunch, right? You go to a website, you have to find a color, put in the basket, find the next one and put in the basket. So if you're looking for 20, 30 colors, you have to do that repeatedly for 30 times. Whereas with this vendor I've got on Etsy, I just need to specify the quantity of scans, number of scans. Let's say if it's 30 scans, and I just pay for that first. And then I send the vendor a note with all the colors and quantity I want, and he will sort it out. So it's quite easy. Chrissy says, I have a master set and use that all the time, but I want to kit this one up. Oh, a special one, vintage baker. I know I need to update all my stitches there so I can work comfortably. At the moment, it's still, not quite there, because I lost the file on Saga. I must have deleted it. It had to be me. I can't blame anybody else. Frida, hello. That's right, Montreal. That's where Travis is, and it's super cold, I bet. I remember since I was a kid, I was looking at, if I ever seen any pictures from Canada, it's always forest, and then it's snowy. Look at this, I've completed quite a few stitches here. Right, so I'm slightly warmed up now. I'm happy. So I am going to pick up all the part threads here and start working color flow method. And it wasn't that long ago, as I said, I started, I gave myself a challenge, because when I started, I opened the account. I think it was last year sometime. I didn't know what I was going to do with the channel. I just created a channel, pick a name, and didn't do anything with it until I think it was May this year. I thought, well, I just do a bit of stitch with me, and it was. I started off with recorded sessions. I probably did that for maybe 2 to 3 times, something like that. And then I realized, recording, you have to record it, edit it, and publish it, which took a lot of time. So I thought, well, maybe I can try streaming, because it's more direct, isn't it? And I didn't expect anybody to watch. And but I can just stitch, quite relaxed, no expectations. So I started doing it, and then slowly people kind of found the channel by accident. The strange thing with algorithm, and they come on to say hello. So Nikki was Nikki was the first one, I think, and then Brittany came on pretty soon as well to say hello. How nice, and gradually we kind of formed a small group of people stitching together. And I decided to do kind of 30-day challenge for myself, to stream every day. And to be honest, I didn't know whether I could make it or not. But it was fun, And lo and behold, I did 30 days, and it was feeling really good. I found kind of a flow with live stream. So I kept going, and I remember not that long ago, back in the summer, I hit 100, or maybe it was August or September, I can't remember, maybe August. I hit 100 episodes. And, I just keep going a little bit more and see what happens. And we're here, 200. So, what a shocker. Kelly says Vancouver almost never gets snow either. We live only 100 kilometers east. Really? I thought the entire Canada just covered in snow all year long, like Alaska. I don't know. Just my impression. Callan says, I've had to shovel so much in the last 2 days. I'm thinking snow, okay? Not other things. I'm glad there wasn't more snow here today. Wow. Yes, we haven't had sort of, enough snow to need to shovel anything. It rarely happens in London. Hello, Claudia. Claudia says, good afternoon. I'm working on Hate, Sao, Fairy Tale. Drinking iced tea. No iced tea for Yogi, okay? I'm sticking with my hot drink. Julia, hello. Julia says, hi everyone, just recently come across your channel, Yogi. The first time catching live. Julia, welcome. I wish I could find, yes, here we go. Little welcome to Julia and welcome to the chat. Well done. Yes, we have sort of people watching replay most of the time because of the time differences and, maybe they're at work or asleep. So it's always nice to be able to come forward, to catch a live session because you can be part of it. One, two, hang on. Which color is this? Why do I have it here? So let me just double check this color. Just making sure that I'm even stitching the right one. So this one's supposed to be 907 and I haven't been calling out the numbers. 907. I just want to check the color. 907. It looks correct. It looks correct. 907. Yes, that's correct. So which one is this then? This one is... Oh, I know. I think it just parked in the wrong spot. That creates confusions. Here we go. We're all good. Good. Wendy says, not this week, Yogi. The winter woolies can back out, but next week we'll be getting towards 40 degrees Celsius. 40? Oh dear. Yes, Lona. Yes, I thought it was you. No, it's a mirror. I got mixed up. And I hope you're nice and warm. Yes, Suzanne has been very creative when it comes to thread organizer, isn't it? And Suzanne says, I came up with another idea instead of a tote bag. For my master set, I have a lot of vintage hand-woven kitchen towels. And I have one that's quite wide, so I'm going to sew up the side. You know, I've been coming up with sort of various ideas for the protection for the floss as well, because currently I'm using the plastic bag, which is okay. I think it works, but I just want something that is a little bit more permanent, you know, because the plastic bag wears off, and also it's plastic bag. So I'm thinking about slightly more permanent solution there. I've been thinking about maybe crochet something or knit something, like a covering that I can open and close at the bottom there. Something like that. But sewing a bag is also a great idea. Lona says, Yogi, is there a setting in Saga to show page breaks? No, Saga does not recognize pages. But you can create your own definition with a box. You can make it any size you want. Maugia, hello. Welcome. I think Maugia has visited us before. Welcome back. Travis says, here in Montreal, we have been dumped on with snow, and we have snow squall. Right. Periodically for the past couple weeks. What's squall? What's snow squalls? Is this a mystical creature? Jackie says, I found the channel through Busy Mom. She mentioned you in her vlog, and I decided to look for the Yogi lady. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Busy Mom. Yes, Busy Mom has been a long supporter for the channel as well. And we support her channel as well. You know, she does weekly whip parade every Sunday, right? So it's tomorrow. New one is going to drop. And Busy Mom's got so many projects. I think the other day I just found out that Busy Mom's has started over 60 new projects. The past year, 2025, you're probably thinking ever, right? In the past 10 years, no. It was just for the past year, over 60 projects. So there's a lot going on her channel. Barlow Bunny, hello. Thank you so much. Barlow says, happy 200th, not 20, 200th birthday. Yes, every day is a new day. Every day is a birthday. All right, let me sort out what this one is then. Interesting. So we have 2 over here. That's correct. 3. And oh, I think I know. I think I know which one this is. Yes, I've got it. Michelle Fuller says, I found you in June. My first thought was, how boring to watch someone cross-stitch. Fortunately, I was hooked after a few minutes. I know, to be honest, when I first discovered floss tube, you know, or Stitch with Me, type of videos. It was during COVID. I couldn't believe it. I thought, well, do people really just go and watch people stitch? But just like recently, through Travis, I realized their channels that just do jigsaw puzzles, because Travis is a big jigsaw puzzle fan, and apparently their channels, they just doing jigsaw puzzle with me channels. Yes, but it's strangely enjoyable, isn't it? Because when I first started it, and I started to watch not just Whip Parade, which I discovered as well, but also Stitch With Me, and it's very therapeutic. And I even watch ones that there's no speech, so literally just watching people stitching with no talking as well. But yes, it's enjoyable, and also it's fun watching how people stitch with their methods. The sort of real time judgment calls in terms of where they go, where they park, if they're parking, etc. It's good fun. It's like watching chess, people playing chess games. 5A1. But I think with this channel, you all are stars. You know. It's great fun, not just because I'm stitching, but me chatting with you. And you guys lead the chat every day. 5A1. And every day we kind of, it's always a surprise what we talk about. What's snow ice cream? But ice cream is kind of cold already. Maddie says only 1,000 stitches left to finish one page on the bear. Whoa, amazing milestone. 1,000 for Maddie is going to take 5 minutes. For me, it's probably going to take a week. But there you go. Claudia Catroche says, I found a channel in this September, I think, and have recently discovered Floss Tube and just started watching again since I was unemployed. YouTube recommended the stream and I was immediately hooked. Oh, thank you so much, Claudia. And we celebrated her return to work as well, right? So life happens when we stitch and live stream as part of the joy. With 200 streams, it means, majority. Well, there's 350 something days a week. So, yes, out of that, 200 days. All right. There's just one single stitch there. Let me just do this one. Nati says, Yogi, do you mind if I did a giveaway for your 200 videos, such as milestone? Yes. What kind of giveaway then? Go ahead then, Nati. Hi, River. River was here from the beginning as well. Yes. They're regional members. Yes. River, really nice to see you. Just one stitch here. And 2 down here. 1, 2. So with this method, what I've learned was, because in the beginning, I was parking pretty much every single thread. If there's a stitch kind of nearby, I tend to park it. And what happens is, I notice, you do build up a lot of threads, particularly if you're stitching somewhere that's slightly confetti. With my vintage toy shop, it's quite confetti in some areas. So there's a lot of build-up of part threads, which is, you know, it's okay within reason. But if it gets too, you know, too much, it's going to be harder to manage. So what I've learned is that if the next stitch is more than 10 stitches away, or even slightly less than that, then I would end the thread instead, because I'm just calculating the time in terms of when I'm going to get to that part thread. I don't want to, you know, just keep parking. And so I only want to park threads in a location that's not too far away. So first of all, it reduces the volume of the part threads, but also if it takes a while for you to get to certain part threads, the thread's more likely to, you know, go through wear and tear, and also, you know, it might fray a little bit. So I want to keep the threads quite nice and fresh. River says, just got nearly 1,000 scans of floss started and inventory. Where did you get 1,000 scans, River? I need to know. Where'd you go to get those? Hi, Heather. Heather says, snow squalls are short and heavy flurry of snow. Oh, so that's a type of snow, as in the way it snows. See, I have no clue. We barely snow here. And constantly falling snow or a blizzard. Okay. So I read I've never been in falling snow of any kind. Right. Yes, I had no idea. You're welcome, Busy Moms. Every Sunday, new releases of videos for Busy Mom. Kelly says, I think I found your channel in the summer, Yogi, probably from someone's on Nicholas, not Nikki, Nicholas channel mentioning you. How nice. Yes, I think quite a lot of people found the channel through randomness, but also word of mouth. So someone mentioning there's a crazy person doing daily live stream, and they just have to come and have a look to verify whether it's true or not, you know. Barlow says, I found Yogi's channel through one of Ebony's floss tubes. Thank you so much, Ebony. I know we are so blessed with a lot of floss tubers. So Ebony, of course, who is also based in the UK, is a floss tuber as well. She does beautiful not stitch with me, whip parade. So definitely check out Ebony's channel as well. And you guys know Nikki as well. Nikki, I don't think Nikki's here today, but she streams sometimes, and she does whip parade, and she does beautiful stitching as well. And we're very, very lucky to have these guys in the chat a lot of times. So you get to hang out with them as well. So maybe you watch the channels as well, but they're here with you. And you can ask them questions and hang out. All right. Now I know what this one is. Heather says I started cross-stitching again in around April, and I think think finding Yogi was a big part of why I keep stitching since then, after stopping for more than 10 years. Oh, Heather. Yes, it's very inspiring when we have surrounded by, other stitchers, and it's encouraging, isn't it? Because this is such a niche activity, to be honest. And when I first discovered it, as a craft, someone who does a lot of craft and cross stitching since I was a kid, I didn't know this form of stitching existed. So when I first discovered it, I knew no one anywhere doing this, stitching this way. So being able to find a channel where everybody gets together and stitch is, it's good fun. It's wonderful. Let me have a look. I've got another thread there. See, I've been really sloppy with my parking spot, my parking. Now I'm getting confused. Okay, it's here, down here. 1, 2. 1, 2. Okay, I think I probably just parked one stitch away. Let me have a look. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me just count it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Hello, Bez. Bez says, hello, everyone. Congratulations on 200th stream. I know. I can't believe it. Can you? And yes, thank you. Thank you, Bez. Michelle Fuller says, your channel is more than just stitching. I really enjoy the community that's being built here. Friends from all over the world. I learn so much every day. Same here, Michelle. Is we're bringing everybody's knowledge. Some new stitchers, some have been stitching for decades. I'm a baby stitcher in comparison. I really only started this way of stitching back in 2023-ish, late 23, 22. So I've got a lot to learn. I'm learning from you every day. I think this one is incorrect. But, oh, I know what's happening. No. I think, right, so I know what's happening now. Doesn't matter. Let me fudge this one. I confess myself, okay? This stitch should be one stitch to the right side. I confess myself, okay? It's okay. And I'll just swap the position of these two stitches. It will be okay. It will be okay. Or in fact, okay, I'm gonna just do a quick reverse stitching because literally there's only one stitch. Carla, have mercy on Yogi. And yes, Fudgy is not judgmental. So I was going to fudge, but now I've decided to do reverse stitching. Okay, it's all spontaneous because it's really only one stitch. This is quite easy to undo. Undoing stitches. Okay, no F word, no F word, no green thing. We don't want that green creature, come into the chat today. It should be over here. And I need to maybe draw the lines a little bit clearer because I can barely see the lines. Okay, now I'm good. All good, okay? I've covered up the crime scene. All is well. Serena says, indeed, Michelle, is like friends coming together. I know. And everybody's greeting with everyone. I see a lot of chat before the stream even starts. So, you know. And the great thing is, we're not doing this once a week. We're doing it every day. So every day, it doesn't matter, you know, even if you're maybe busy for one day, you're thinking, oh, I want to, you know, go to Yogi's stream. It's right there because we're here almost every day. You know where to find us. 5A1, 5A1. Brett says, before I discovered your channel and watching, I did diamond painting and with a lot of whips and chat with cross-stitch conversations. So I got naturally curious and got to cross-stitch. I know. When you come to a channel like this, when everybody's so in love with stitching, you probably want to do it as well, you know? And let me just find Natty's comment here so I can highlight it for all of you. I'm slightly behind with the chat, okay? So Natty is offering. Natty says, I would like to do a chart giveaway. However, I don't know how to do it. Would you pull out a giveaway tool? I don't have a giveaway tool, I'm afraid. I don't know how to do it. Alandria says, I found Yogi during the 87th. Oh, you remember, Alandria, 87th stream. I remember the number, but for the life of me, I can't remember the piece she was doing. I didn't start chatting until the Star Trek. Oh, yes, I remember that stream. We talk about Star Trek and Star Wars. I remember that stream. Was it 87? That was before 100. It didn't feel like that long ago. I remember we did have a heated debate of all the Star Wars and Star Trek fans. Let me take a sip of coffee here. Ah, so that's when Alandra found us and decided to come into the chat. See, sometimes we just talk about stuff. The lurkers just have to come in and go, you know, I have to say something. Natty says, what do you use for streaming? I use OBS. And Mandy says, got to be honest, so glad I found this channel. I always feel like a great get-together when I have no other stitchy friends. I don't know anybody stitches like this in real life. No one. And I don't know whether people don't particularly talk about it or they just don't know. And I wouldn't be surprised if even people who stitch on a regular basis don't even know anything about full coverage. I'm not surprised at all. I was one of them. Oh, lovely coffee. So good. So good. Callan says, oh, I lost the comment. Sorry, let me scroll back. I'm trying to catch up. Yes, Callan says, I found Yogi when I was looking for parking tutorial. And I think my first, like many, have been starting festive stitching live. I see. So it was around September then. We started Halloween. Right, let me see. Where do I go next? I'll try not to mess up too much. Okay, 2 stitches. Slowly and surely. Squirrel is around here somewhere. I'm looking forward to it. Oh, Carla Hill says, I found a channel just before you started the Facebook group. That's way back, isn't it? Carla says, I've never done full coverage or parking, but soon was enthralled in the world of yogi. I know everything has grown quite organically with this channel. I really didn't have a plan and didn't, particularly sort of try to come up with any particular direction to go. I just thought, we stitch together, we talk about different things, and whatever works, we can do it. As long as we can do with the technology and etc. And someone suggested that we should start a group, Facebook group, because in the beginning, when we talked about the projects that we're working on, we didn't know what sort of pattern we're talking about. So everybody was talking about their own webs, etc., and try to describe. And there were times that I literally just go on Google and try to find a particular pattern and show it to everybody with my iPhone. And so it makes sense to start a group so people can, upload their whips, and basically so we can find out what everybody's actually working on. So it kind of started from there. 906, going back. So yes, and we started the Facebook group, and now I think we have nearly 700 members, something like that. So it's incredible. Abney says, it's my pleasure to shout out a great channel. Thank you so much, Abney. Vice versa. I do really enjoy Abney's whip parade. It's very relaxing. Here we go, one stitch. Occasionally you do get like a single stitch, but it's not too bad so far. 154. It's a little purple stitch here on its own. Suzanne says, YouTube recommend your channel back when I started watching. Suzanne was here, from the very beginning. And of course, Susan as well. Susan says, I found you when you popped up on my feed. I think it's because I watched Gemma Stitches. Oh, I see. Yes, and Susan is definitely one of the original members as well. When we had, most of the time, probably about 15, 20 people watching at a time. And it's just so wonderful. It's a very nice, cozy little group. And it's still quite small right now, right? Because the chat is still very, very personal and intimate as well. It doesn't feel like, sometimes you go to live streams, you feel like you're just a nameless person in the chat. No, everybody has a name. I try to remember them. 154. Kelly says, Yogi, I mentioned you in my recent floss tube because I was showing my spooky season whip. How nice, Kelly. Yes, I definitely need to visit your channel. I know you're floss tuber. It's just sometimes, I forget. Yes, so Kelly's a floss tubers as well. We have many, many wonderful floss tubers on the channel. So thank you so much for the mention. Frida says, I found you, Yogi, through Abney. Oh, lovely Abney. And I think I'm going to do a little bit of sweet hen over here. It's a bit of sweet hen going on there. And I expect spooky bingos everywhere. River says, Yogi, they're left over from what I previously pulled from long ago, finished or UFO project. Oh, I see. Okay. So you've got a whole stash of flaws allocated to different projects. Right. So you got them together. And it's got to be quite good. It's like, you know, you just suddenly discover you've got so much floss to play with. That's quite nice. See you in a bit, Wendy. You see, I'm doing the 310 over here. So I'm going to do a little bit of a Danish method because I've got rolls of 310 happening here. With Danish method, I do have to be mindful because sometimes I come back the other side and I miss the second leg for some stitches sometimes. So majority of the times I do full cross one at a time. I think I'm going to do full cross actually. It feels better. Hello, Barbara. Barbara says, late joining, had to shop for some things. Now on to mini traveling library. Okay, Barbara is working on the mini version there. How are you finding it? Is the details and stuff, are you happy with it? Paolo says, my 18-year-old son finally took an interest in my stitching today. I even let him put a stitch on my project. Wow. That's very nice. So you have something to bond with. Definitely. Cassie says, wasn't there a Star Wars, Star Trek discussion yesterday? Yes, no. We talked about it yesterday as well. And I was as confused as before, as, you know, as confused as back in episode stream 86 or whatever that was. I know, I remember we had a big discussion and yesterday as well. No, it's not you. Okay, and I'm going to come down here and do a little bit of this area and maybe down here as well. And I think I'm going to get to the trees, some browns very soon. Yes, Yogi's nerd car was placed in infinite suspension. But Heather, Janine actually, officially given me the permission to call myself a nerd because I watch documentaries, okay, and I'm qualified, and I play video games, so I'm qualified as a nerd, okay? Suzanne says, my friend Christina got me back into cross stitch. She lives an hour away, so we don't meet up often. But it's nice to have a friend they're actually into the same craft as well. So much fun, isn't it? I do have friends that knit. So we have been to sort of knitting workshops and gathering, that kind of stuff, which is really fun, but not really stitching. I think knitting generally is just more popular as a whole, for masses anyway. 3371. 3371. Yes, it's 3371. Why can't I find it? Yes, found it. Here we go. 3371. Okay, so Natty says choose a number from 1 to 100. Whoever is closest wins the free chart. You mean for me to choose, or for... I don't know how it works. It's getting complicated. So if I choose a number, I don't know how it works. Let me have a look. I am here. Why is there a stitch here? I'm very confused. Oh, I see. So that's okay. Closely eyes, closely eyes. Nothing to see here. 1, 2, 3. I think this green stitch maybe, just maybe, shouldn't be there. Okay, just saying. Claudia says, I blame this group and the Facebook group for 100% of all patterns purchased I've made in the past 3 months. I know. But it's great fun, isn't it? A lot of new worlds that you can venture, into whenever you want. Oops. Hey, Joyce. How good to have you. Lynn Burgess says, I made my own design of full coverage on a big cushion 2 years ago before I found hate. Wow. So were you sort of familiar with the concept of full coverage stitching? So Lynn has charted a project herself. Yeah, so I think I discovered Heaven and Earth pretty much. I'm trying to remember when and how I even came across kind of full coverage kind of project. I don't think Heaven and Earth was the first one. I think I just, for some reason, I just spotted, oh, that's right, because I had 14 count full coverage project that I didn't know it was full coverage. I just noticed the chart was charted very differently from the project I've done before. 7:30, the next one. And I talked a little bit about that with the whip during my whip parade, the first one. And basically, I was looking around to try to find a solution on how to stitch that piece because it was so different. And I was having a terrible time stitching it. And I think that was the beginning of the journey. Hi, Kelly. Joy says, today I received my reward pattern for finishing the Hay 2025. Oh, right. So you didn't have to wait till February. It's a beautiful, beautiful pattern. It's, I don't know the artist, but it's flowers, isn't it? Very stylized. Serena, 99, Serena. Have a lovely night. And hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. Yes, it's called Our Gardens, Peggy Collins. I really like the style because I noticed that the lady's got another piece that is a cat. That there's a cat there. And it's quite pretty as well. Oh, there's a lot of numbers coming up. So how does that work then? So everybody's coming up with numbers, but Susan says you can use a random number generator. I haven't got a random number generator. So everybody's calling out numbers, and then what? And then what? Maybe that number should be chosen by you, right, Natty? So you know what that number is, and then you can just pick whoever, pick that number in the chat. I think that probably works better. Yes, I'm not sure Wheel of Doom can, handle 100 numbers. I'll probably just break it. Callan says, is there not a thing where you can select a random winner out of viewers? No, there isn't. Nothing that I know of. Ah, so you want me to write down a number. Sorry, I'm just catching up the chat. Sorry, I need to scroll forward. So Natty wants me to come up with a number from 100, 1 to 100, and whoever's got it, or closest, will win. Okay, hang on. So I'm going to ignore whatever numbers on the chat, okay? So I am going to just come up with a number in my mind, okay? 1 to 100, 1 to 100. So do you want me to call out a number when I think of it? So in my mind, which number is good? Oh, I've got it. I've got it. Yes, I know which number now. Okay, all the numbers. And you let me know, Natty, when you want me to reveal my number, okay? Let me just part this one down here. There you go. Oh, it's okay, Susan. I have a number. I have a number in my mind. It's not complicated. Yes, because I have a number in my mind, so you guys can come up with whatever number you want, and I will reveal my number. Yes, I'm going to leave it for a bit, and Natty, you give me a cue whenever you want me to reveal my number. Yes, what if there are duplicates, sort of duplicates of numbers? All right then, let's have a look. Let me take a sip of my coffee here. Nikki, hello, Nikki. Nikki wants new chart. Nikki, you've already got like, 10 projects, new projects you've added. You're not allowed to have a new chart, okay? Nikki's out of the race, all right? Susan says first one wins. Let me guess, who was the first one? Was it you, Susan? That's very cunning. Well, the first one, but no one can process that many numbers in the chat. Who's going to do that, Natty? It's your job, okay? You came up with the idea. All right, your last chance, okay? So Natty is counting down to the last 3. Nikki, you just put in a random number without even knowing what's going on. Nikki. Carla, do not encourage Nikki, okay? Carla says, I'd be happy to see Nikki start another one. No. I watched her stream today, finally. Oh, all those projects. And a little bit of frogging going on there as well. No spoiler. No spoiler. If you haven't watched it, go watch Nikki's live stream. All right, then. Hello, Vaduhi. And yes, it's nice to see some lurkers coming forward as well. Everybody wants a new chart. It could be a chart of a squid, guys, or a giant spider. Would you like that? I'm not sure. I want to see it before I decide if I want it. Oh, you guys are so brave. Thank you, Vaduhi. It's 200. Yes, indeed. It is true. Okay, so a lot of numbers coming forward. Are we ready for the reveal? And also, Natty, it's your job, okay? It's your job to get it sorted. I'm not getting involved. I'm just coming up with numbers. I'm just coming up with a winning number, okay? Alondra says, "Our Taylor spider." I just knew it. Or maybe a cat, Ebony, you know? It could be a cat for Ebony. Oh, a little bit more 310 here. All right, Natty, you let me know when you want me to release the beast. 310. Kelly says, if it's free, I want it. It could be calamari, okay? A chart of calamari and a cat at the same time, I ask you. Yes, Jackie. Jackie Turner is for a new chart. New chart. That is giving away very generously. Are we ready? Okay. Happening. Exactly. It's too dangerous. You know. Can you imagine? Ebony wins, and it's three little cats, and three little cats, and a squid. All right. Whenever you're ready, guys. And I'd love to know what chart it is that you're winning. Oh, it's too risky. Too risky. Here we go. Oh, Natty, are you guys ready? No, I didn't see the go-ahead comment. Are you ready to go? All right, then. I don't know. All right, Maddie says, Yogi, I can reveal my number. I'm gonna type it in the chat, okay? And then I'll call out the number. I'll type it in, okay? Are you guys ready? 3, 2, 1. Watch the chat first. Go. There. That's my number. There you go. Who is our winner today? Who is winning the calamari chart? The Natty is giving away. Calamari and Kitty. That's the title. Diana Smith. Really? Did someone get 66? Diana's the winner. Well, there you go. Well done. Yes. Seafood stitching. Here you go. Here you go. Yes. Congratulations to Diana. Yes, bring on the dolly, bring on the crowds. Round of applause. Yes, well done. Winnings. Feels good. Winning feels good. Yes. Congratulations, Diana. And thank you, Natty, for being very generous. So now you have to work out how to get a charge. I'll leave it to you. Now I see the attraction of random mystery chart. And that's free as well. One, two, three, four. Natty says Yogi is for a chart of their choosing. Oh, choosing from where? From Haid? Oh, right. So they can choose any chart, and you're going to give them to the winner, or one, to Diana, basically. That's very nice. Hi, Guy. Guy Lane is here. Says, hi, Yogi. Hi, all. Hi to you. And Brett is going to bed. Brett has done 333 stitches. Wow. This evening and reach 0.5. Well done, Brett. And have a good night. Night-night to you. Ninety says anywhere except 6 portals. Really? They can pick from anywhere? Oh, that's a very nice offer. It's a shame I couldn't join in. I'll just pick one of the, and you know, maybe not 6 portals or Gecko Rouge, okay? Let's go for an oversized Gecko Rouge kid. Okay, it has to be a chart. Oh, damn. Wow. Perhaps 1 portal. Yes, that's quite reasonable, Carla. Carla is not greedy. Just 1 portal will do. Hello, Marsha. Good morning. Kristen says, I'm struggling with my stitching today. It feels too random and not making progress. Oh, how about changing? I don't know. What do you guys do when you're feeling like, you know, you're not motivated with stitching? I think sometimes I just pick a project I haven't worked on for a long, long time. Or I change my stitching method, you know, just try something I never tried before. So for instance, you've never parked before, maybe start parking, you know, or try a little bit of a color flow. How's that? Kristen, join me for a spot of color flow. Oh no, Natty's very kind of you. Oh, Natty's so generous, isn't it? It's okay. It's okay. Um, I'm just happy that Diana has won it. It's wonderful. And it's not a calamari. Oh, who knows? Maybe Diana is going to choose one of the seafood charts that Suzanne has posted on our Facebook group, okay? Diana, maybe you want to go have a look on the Facebook group. Maybe you just maybe, you like those seafood calamari charts. Baduhi has is feeling the same. All right, been struggling too. But sometimes, you know, when you come to a group and there are other stitchers struggling the same way as you are, sometimes it's quite, you know, quite nice to know that you're not alone, and it happens to all stitchers. You know, I think throughout the maybe how long has it been? 4 years, maybe slightly over, almost 4 years of stitching this type of project. I probably have gone nearly 6 months without stitching at one point, and I think it was sometime around me overdoing the Gecko Rouge project, and you know, I wanted to come back, but I just couldn't. I just didn't want to stitch. And it took a while. It took a while. It happens to everyone, I think. But then at that time, I didn't have streams or groups like this to go to share my feeling, you know, my frustration. Claudia says, when I'm struggling, I give myself a reasonable stitch count to get to, like 100. If I'm still not feeling it, I'll switch project or allow myself to take a day off stitching. Yes, if you don't feel like stitching, maybe, you know, sometimes it's good to give it some space, and, you know, maybe you're going to miss it. But I think we talked about this yesterday as well. The reason we're frustrated is because we know how good it is when we enjoy it. Because in theory, if you don't feel like doing something, you know, this is a hobby, this is not a job, you don't have to do it. So in theory, you can just go, well, let me go and do something else. But I think the reason we're feeling frustrated is because we know how good it is stitching, and we want that feeling back. So, and it will come back. I think if you give it some space, and maybe, how about a new start? New start is a good one. And, or something like that. 581, 581. Just one stitch on the edge here. Alandria says, I'm having the opposite problem. I signed up the Hey Sal before I started a library. I really want some of the other sale charts, so I need to finish the chart, but I'm not even started yet. Got too much to do. And I think if you're one of the stitchers who have joined the Heaven and Earth Sale because you just love, all the charts they offered, and the 12 of them, then, it will give you a lot of motivation to stitch, because now all of you have got the Amy Stewart chart. So, you don't even need to stitch a page to get it. So the only reason for you to, move forward is that you want more charts, or maybe you just love your chart so much, you just want to do it. 5A1, 5A1. And some water here. Or Susan's is hitting the hot chocolate. Oh. All right. Let me keep moving on to extend the stitches down this area. Chocolate time for everyone then. Hey, Tracy. Welcome, Tracy. Says, hi, just joining. Welcome. Tracy says, just joining. What count fabric are you using? This one is actually 25 count. 25 count. And I'm stitching 1/1. Full cross. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. There. And Karen is joining us as well. Karen Sutherland. Good evening. Good morning. Yes, it's good morning. Heather says, I agree with the suggestion to do a small amount of stitching, such as 100 stitches, or one thread, and then take a break to do something else. Yes, sometimes, rather than thinking, why am I not feeling like, don't feel like stitching, just do something else. Maybe some floss organization or something like that. So, you're kind of still doing stitching related things, but not stitching. Carla Hill is having Ferrero Rocher tonight. Oh, there you go. I'm going to just do a couple of stitches before I have my chocolate break. Yes, Yogi. Kristen says, Yogi, you're dangerous, suggesting a new start. Yeah, sometimes, you just need to kind of regain that excitement through a new start. Why not? A new start is a new world. It's wonderful. Within reason, though. Nikki started about 6 of them, in the past couple of weeks. Hi, Chloe. Yes, it's very cold, so wrap up warm. It's getting quite cold over here in London as well. All right, then. There's a whole bunch of, let me have a look. Here. What is going on here? I need to figure out what's going on here. 1, 2. Oh, I know what's happening. Why does it not match up? 1, 2, 3. Okay, I've got one more here. Been very sloppy with the parking. Alandra says, I'm usually a monogamous stitcher, Yogi. I've got the skulls, but I also want the ship, the dragonflies, and the bunny. Well, that's lovely, Alandra, that you love all of them. I think, some stitchers might have the opposite problems. They join the SAL because they want an Amy Stewart chart, and now they've got a chart. The motivation to stitch may be lessened a little bit. But it's not a problem for Landria. Diana says, no seafood for me, but I like spiders. Diana! Oh dear, another spider fancier in the chat. All right then, I am going to go for 906. 906. There's a whole bunch of 906 here. Whoops. Natty says, Yogi, if you can choose a chart from anywhere, what would you choose? Oh, dear. That's a very good question. So, you know what? I've been looking around. The last few days, I saw some of you stitching black work. And I've been really intrigued by black work. And if you don't know what black work is, which I didn't, I only learned it the last few days. I think when we were doing the members back stitching session stream a couple of weeks ago, someone mentioned it because I was doing back stitching. So someone mentioned there's such a thing as black work and red work as well. And literally you stitch with back stitches and there are all sorts of patterns. So I've been, quite intrigued by it. And I was browsing Etsy today and found a chart that I really like. And also it's not too complicated because I've never done it before. So I might be looking to get one of those. And maybe we can stitch together in one of the members' streams. We can do another one and you can watch me doing black work. I'm really intrigued. I'm really intrigued. And, you know, the patterns are beautiful. The ones I've seen anyway. So you know, so if I'm getting a new chart at this point, it might be one of the black work charts. And Lynn Ross says, you could do what I did on New Year's Eve, stitch for an hour and then go clean for 2. Oh dear, sounds like a punishment. And when you meant to clean for only 15 minutes, you might end up stitching more or cleaning more. Okay, that's pretty hardcore. Lynn's method. Yes, you can choose between cleaning or stitching. So maybe cleaning will become so, you know, unattractive as an option. You just end up stitching more. So it's a little bit like if you have headache, the way to cure your headache is by punching yourself in the face, right? And because punching yourself in the face is so painful, the headaches kind of in comparison, not so painful anymore. Oh, what a remedy. Yes, thank you, Lynn. What a great suggestion. Nikki says, I'm working on storytellers, block by block, diagonal parking. Yes, that one. You're working on 25 counts, is that correct? 25 counts. And I've been watching your stream today. Which piece did you start? No, that one. Hang on. It's the writer's desk. You're doing 32 count. Is that correct? I think one of them, you were doing 32 counts. Nikki says squid. We choose the squid lady, not squid Yogi. Yogi would choose a squid lady. Yeah, that would be the day, Nikki. Dream on, dream on. Oh, yes, I was wondering about that, Nikki. I was wondering when you're going to start the mystery chart, or not so mysterious anymore. The bonus chart. See you later, Carla. 99. Oh, Lona, was that you mentioning the black work? Yes, I was totally new. I've never heard of it, and so I've been very intrigued. And then I think somebody posted sort of whip for black work on a Facebook group as well. So I just feel like, yeah, maybe I want to try some of that. No calamari, okay? We have standards. Oh, Natty, you don't have to. Natty's so generous. Natty says, I'll get it for you. Please let me know what Etsy page you would like, please. No, Natty, you absolutely do not need to do that. Thank you so much. It's the thought that counts. You've already given a chart away, so thank you so much, Natty. Oh, what a generous lady. Karen Sutherland says, pick a very simple geometric pattern to start black work. Yes, I totally agree with you, because I was browsing around the different patterns. Some of them are so intricate, so complicated. I just want kind of a simple start. And there are a couple of charts. They're quite simple, but just looks like good fun to do. Susan, what's going on? Nursing with Yogi. Who's nursing? What are you talking about, Susan? The hot chocolate is getting to her head, you know? Slow down, slow down. Nikki says, I've got my $70 yard full exclusive charge from 123 Stitches. Not searched. $70 for a yard? A yard is, I think, according to you, is smaller than a meter. That's very pricey. Very, very pricey. Natty says, I know you don't need to, Yogi. I want, you have no idea what you and your channel and these amazing people has done for me, and my state of mind is the least I can do. That is so kind of you. And I'm so happy they enjoy the channel, Natty. And you've been a great addition of the chat of the channel. You know, you've been so kind to everyone. So, you know, you've done so much already. Thank you so much, Natty. Lizzie says there's a page on Etsy that does monochrome, cross stitch, intricate pictures, or down one color. Yes, I think that's probably slightly different. I think you can probably do, there are probably quite a lot of patterns like long dog and stuff like that. You do with a single color. But I think black work you actually do with back stitching, and that's the part that kind of, you know, intrigued me. And some of them are quite colorful as well. So I think, you know, they're different kind of variations. Screens are just so gorgeous. All right then, I'm gonna do 3 more stitches here. I'm gonna have a chocolate break. I need to find my chocolate because my chocolate buttons are all gone. I'm chocolate buttonless today. Oh dear. Let me do one more stitch here. Hey Roxy Wild says, has anyone ordered from the Arty Housewives website? That's an interesting name for a company. Here we go. right then. Yogi's going to have a chocolate break. I know some of you have already started your chocolate break. Yes, I'm going to zoom out a little bit, okay? I'm going to go and find my chocolate because I've run out of my chocolate button, but I do have a new block of chocolate somewhere down in the kitchen cupboard. Hang on, I'll be right back. All right then. So chocolate of my choice today is going to be, let me zoom out a little bit. There you go. Today is a little bit different, okay? So it's from Sainsbury's, which is a supermarket in the UK, and this is 90%. So I got this a little while ago. I can't remember when, and it's quite, slightly higher than the percentage I normally have. So I've been just, put it aside, eating the 70%. But today is the day. I'm going to give it a go. And Uganda. Is it Ugandan? Dark chocolate sounds really exotic. So, hey Janine, hello. And let me have a look. Let me open the packet here with you. Let me just have a look. I'm looking for something. Right, really organized today. And so, let's open the chocolate here. Let's have a look. And it's really nice. Majority of dark chocolate that you get, they're all vegan. So there's no dairy involved. Janine says 90% chocolate, probably very bitter. Yes, that's why it's been put aside. I've been eating chocolate button purely for that reason. But I was curious enough to get a 90%. I have tried 100%. It's almost sugarless. So that was too much. I know that. But this one, let me just have a look. Just getting things organized. So, oh yes, tin foil is good, you know. We don't want that wax paper shenanigan. We want proper tin foil. Oh, Lizzie says, I had 80% recently and it was gorgeous. Yes, as long as it's not too bitter, you know, it's just all chocolate goodness, isn't it? Oh, look at this. This is nice. I'll try not to drop the chocolate here. Let me put it on top of my paper here. Okay, you're going to hear the snap, okay? I'm going to snap this block off. Oh, look at that. And one more time. There you go. That's my piece. There. I hope it's good. And 90%. It should be doable. Let's have a look. All right, cheers, everyone. There's a big block, yes. And big hit of the cacao. Oh, very, quite firm, this one. Because some chocolate, when you bite into it, it's kind of a little bit soft. No, not this one. Very nice. Okay, not too sweet, which is good. Because normally, the higher the percentage goes, the less sweet it is. Interesting. Yes, slightly. It's quite strong. Kelly says it's a dangerous move. Opening chocolate over stitching. Yes, indeed. I know. Oh, okay. It's not bad. I thought it was going to be very, very bitter. Clearly, it's more chocolatey than a 70%. But hang on, let me just go grab something, okay? Very disorganized today. Back. Yes, it's quite, there's no sort of distinctive sort of aftertaste to it, which is quite nice. I would like it to be maybe a tiny bit, tiny bit sweeter. But I don't like too much sugar anyway. But it's edible. Travis says, Tia got me Cadbury chocolate bar with chocolate mini eggs in it. It's quite nice. Ooh, it's a little chocolate flake there. Very dangerous. And let's see how it goes with my coffee. Lovely. But cacao is so good for you anyway. So 90% of cacao. Susan says you can always use it for hot chocolate. Yes, that's a very good point, Susan. Absolutely. Yes, I think this would be a great candidate for making hot chocolate. You're quite right. Yes. It's edible. I know, you can always tell when I'm not sort of, I'm not totally sold. Janine. Yes, it's edible. Will I buy it again? I'll probably buy it to make hot chocolate. Let me put it that way. Well, the chocolate part is really nice. I will, I would like a little bit more sweetness. Indeed. No chocolate on the fabric yet. That's good. Lynn says, Yogi, I'm eating quality street. The tubs get smaller every year. Yes, it's an inflation. Yes, the package, it shrinks. Okay, the last bit of the blog. Cheers. It's nice. Nice. But I think like Susan says, I'll probably use it for making hot chocolate because the chocolate part of it's quite delicious. It just it's probably, I just like it to be a tiny bit more sweet, so it's more edible. There you go. That's my review of the Sainsbury 90% chocolate. Okay. I know, Susan. I need to stock up my my chocolate supply. I mean, New Year has been a little bit hectic. I'll get it sorted. And chocolate is essentials, Elandria says, my son calls that shrinkflation, where the prices stay the same or goes up, but the product gets smaller. I know. Yes. It just looks, and they try to be really subtle as well. They will kind of shrink part of it and hoping that you won't notice. And you kind of just go, whoa, it looks a little bit different. But eventually you find out. Shrinkflation, yes, exactly. Yes, it's not just shrinking. The prices go up as well. Janine says, Yogi, you've got far with the leaves. It's looking good. I know. There's quite a lot of details already popping up. Very happy with it. And good night to you, Julia. Yes. Thank you for joining us and hope to see you soon. And Rose says, hello, been lurking in the background, kind of day to day. I'm stitching on mini winter cookie party max color 28 count. Very nice. That piece is very, very popular with our stitchers here. It's a fun piece as well, isn't it? Just happy piece. Just move over here. Lynn says, Yogi, I can't wait to see the first stitch of the squirrel's tail. Me too. Yes. Well, I know it's going to take a little bit to get the squirrel, so I'm patient. But I would like to get to the brown stitches where the tree branches, tree trunks are. See if I add a little bit of variation of the color groups here. But the greens are so beautiful. I'm patient. I'm patient. The reason I choose this method is because I want to enjoy every single stitch. I want every single stitch to be, nice and beautiful. 1, 2, 3, 4. And sometimes, comes with just taking time to do it. 1, 2, 3, 4. There. Let me see. 1, 2, 3. There. All right, the next color is 936. 936. Whoops. This one's a little bit stubborn. Suzanne says, I just got a regular max color winter cookie party. Oh, Suzanne is stitching that piece as well. It feels quite Christmassy as well, that one. It's got gingerbread and everything. And ring as well. Wow, that's a popular chart. And Guy Lane says, I'm working on my hate, the wise and the brave, but I can't wait to receive my CXC threads to start my hate, peaceful vibes. Oh, so you're doing that one with CXC. I like CXC a lot. It works perfectly for some projects. When I got my first set of CXC, and initially I got it because it was just cheaper, right? Comparing to full set of DMC. And then I started stitching with it. I really like the way it stitches. So I bought another set because I ran out of certain colors. And I thought, well, instead of just get loose scans, I decided to get another set. So I've got 2 sets, full sets. And it wasn't till the channel started and, I kind of chatted with all of you, I realized the CXC actually come with single label and double label as well. I didn't know. Both of my sets, they're single label. But the thing is, I just discovered, because with DMC, for instance, you can just pull a thread from the bottom. You can just take out a small piece or the length you want, and then, the rest of the scan, just they can stay where it is. And with CXC, well, apparently my two sets, I don't know which is which. I got them probably a few months apart. One of them, you could pull a thread from the top and it comes out quite nicely, just like DMC. Both of them are single label, but one of the sets cannot. So clearly they're probably made in different factories because I bought them at different times. So it's not just the fact that double labels, you can pull out the thread like that. You can with some of the single labels. So it's all a bit of a venture, because I tried with the sets I've got, and it's a bit random because some of them you can just pull the thread out from the top, not from the bottom, and you can do that quite nicely, and some of them you can't. Everything just tangled up. Chelsea Summer says, we haven't seen CXC here in the States. I wonder why, because they're sold worldwide. So I wonder why they're not being sold at the States. Maybe DMC is going, no, it's either us or them. So who knows? 938, 938. It's a brown. Ooh, I'm getting the first brown. Look, the first brown. Or is it? I think it's the first brown. Maybe I'm in a tree area. Travis says, is there a way I can tell if my thread is CXC or DMC with my Pokemon stamp kit? Well, my guess is, I don't know whether it's a CXC, but the likelihood of them being DMC is pretty slim, because DMC is very expensive and your kit is so huge. So you can probably figure it out just by, checking the price. And if the kit was kitted with DMC, they'll probably definitely tell you, because it's a selling point, isn't it? If they do not mention it, it probably isn't. But also you can tell maybe by just looking at the texture of the thread. CXC, I can tell them apart very easily. CXC and DMC, they look very different. Not when they're stitched necessarily, but if you just look at the threads side by side, I can tell them apart. Claudia says, I think a lot of people order it from on AliExpress. I think that's a popular one. It probably takes a little bit with shipping, but if you're not in a hurry, I think this is a good choice and reasonably priced as well. Nikki says, I've got a couple of CXC sets scattered through my house, hiding it from hubby. Why do you need to hide them and scattered throughout my house? Do you mean in the drawers, kitchen drawers, and under, the cupboard, under the doormats? Are we talking about that kind of scattering? Why do you need to hide them? He should be happy that you're buying CXC rather than DMC, because it's cheaper, isn't it? Even though DMC is pretty cheap in America. But the fabric is very expensive. I was very surprised to find out. The fabric is almost double the price over here. Suzanne says, regarding Travis' question, she says probably Eco Cotton, which is probably a poly cotton blend. Nikki says CXE is online in the States. Amazon, Etsy sellers. Yes, I think they only sold online. I've never seen CXE in the retail shops here. Maybe it's just, you know, cheaper, cost effective to sell them online, which is fine. Everybody is buying things online anyway. I'm gonna take my stitches over here a little bit. Three, 371, which is quite dark as well. 3371. It's very similar to, oh no, it's actually dark brown. Okay. 3371. Yes, Gecko Rouge is DMC. I think, you know, if a stitching kit if they come with DMC, they most likely will tell you because, you know, they know it's quality thread. They want you to know. Suzanne says you can do a burn test if it gets a little bead of plastic. Oh, I see. And just don't burn the whole thing, okay, Travis? Try not to burn a whole lot. Heather says there are a lot of 100% cotton threads. They're not DMC. I believe CXC has synthetic fiber. Yes, I think it's a blend from what I learned. But I like the texture a lot. I showed this for our marathon session there. I did a test doing 2/1 full cross on DMC. I can show it to you again. The reason I like, let me see if I can bring it up. The reason I like CXC is, so I did a test. So this is 25 counts, okay? I did CXC on the left, DMC on the right, 2 strand, full cross. I wanted to know whether it's, you know, if I could manage it on 25 counts. But if you look at the stitches close up, DMC on the right, 2 strands, the stitches just look really messy. So I stitch them side by side exactly the same way. CXC just come out smoother and tidier. You know, the 2 strands kind of just line up better. And for me, that's better. You know, DMC, look at particularly lighter colors, the gold ones, yellow ones at the bottom. They look like a mess. They look like knots. You know what I mean? So something about DMC, I just do not like them when I do double strand. And I think it's to do with the texture of the threads. Even though it's 100% cotton, the strands just don't line up very easily. There was. Everybody's hiding, you know, stitching stuff from husband. Michelle Fuller says, I got some CXC from the Naughty Unicorn on Etsy. Oh, I've heard of that one before. It's been mentioned in the chat. Yes, that's how I learned as well. Let's have a look here. Let's do a little bit of green color. 906. Travis says, Caden is starting to tell you and Gemma apart, Yogi. What do you mean? Me and Gemma? We are two different people, I promise. Nikki says, I need a different way to start and different method for the two projects I'm working today. Which ones are you working today? Are you starting new ones again, Nikki? What do you mean, different ways to start? All right, let me mark as I go. Nikki, how about color flow? Look at me, you know, these stitches are so beautiful. Give color flow another go, please. Oh, I'm way behind. Kelly says spooky bingo 3371. Sorry, I only got your comment now. Spooky bingo to Kelly. Yay. Dodgy dozen. Yes, that's a new method. You need a spinning wheel. You need to borrow that from Joyce. Susan, it's Joyce's method, you know. With you spin the wheel and it tells you which part of the chart you should be stitching. Claudia says, I don't hide from current husband. First husband, I will hide things all over. And when I bring it out, he'd ask me if I tell him never paid any attention to me. Divorce was inevitable. Oh, there you go. It's a sign, isn't it? Travis watched both me and Gemma. Yes. Because Travis is exploring the Gemma's method a lot recently. And with parking as well. It's good fun, isn't it? Because Travis likes a puzzle as well. And I think Gemma as well. Gemma's I think she plays games as well. She likes Zelda, as far as I know. So Nikki is starting new pieces today. Nikki? Oh, Janine says, I just told my husband that some people hide their stitching stuff from the husbands. He said, why would they do that? We have a keeper too. Yes, Janine, you can keep him. Yes, I know the husband, likes a little bit of Walmart and shopping for power tools. But, he's got a lot of redeeming feature. Yes, you can keep him, okay? I'm going to do this bit then. Nikki says, I try color flow, I will end up cutting threads. Like you, Yogi. Hey, I only did it once, Nikki. It's not like I do it on a regular basis. I only do that when I'm desperate, when I just have no idea what it's going to be. It's not part of the stitching method, okay? Gemma doesn't do that. Helen says, my son almost said mama today. Oh, wow. How old is your... How old is he? Don't tell me he's 20. Finally, he's uttered the word mama, age 20. Nikki says, these are all planned, except the exclusive, because I didn't know we would get it this early. What do you mean planned? It doesn't mean, well, just because you plan something doesn't mean you can start 10 projects in 2 days. It's not how it works. But then again, busy mom's got 60 projects in a year, so maybe, Nikki, you're not the worst. But luckily, I don't have spare fabric, so it kind of stops me if I'm starting new projects. Otherwise, I'll probably just... It's very tempting, You just go, I've got a chart I love. Why don't I just start now? Lovely. Kristen, what are ghost stitches? That's a new term I discovered. Ghost stitches. Exactly, Alandria. Hey, Ellen, Sisk. She says, I'm stitching the wise and brave. The Hey Sao. My son started Fuzzy Woozy from the Cross Stitcher Studio. Yes, we saw the webs. And my husband is stitching Pikachu, and it's my daughter's birthday today. Oh, happy birthday to Alan's daughter. Yes, how old is she? Wonderful. Callan says 9 months. Okay, not 20. Oh, sign of relief. Yes. 9 months. Can I speak? Age 9 months. Wow. Three, 3, 7, 1. Another one. 3, 3, 7, 1. Nikki says, I want to start all my charts this year. I'm only a 30 full coverage, including today's. Only 30, eh? Well, to be honest, considering how long Nikki has been stitching, 30 is pretty measured. But majority of them you started like the last 3 days, Nikki. But the thing is, though, even though now you have 30, okay, comparing to 3-digit stitches, you know, whip stitches, they've got whip that's over 100. It doesn't mean you're going to stop there. We're literally on the 3rd day of the year, and God knows the way you go. There are going to be more charts coming out this year, and I doubt very much you're going to just stop with what you've got right now. So by Christmas, by next year, end of the year, oh, I don't know. I dread to think how many webs you're going to end up. One, two. Where am I? Oh no, I've got totally wrong location right here. Hang on. Why am I here? Wait a second. Well, if I've been stitching, no. Not this one. That's fine. That's fine. Okay, that's fine. Ooh. Hang on. All is well. This one, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I'm so confused. Where am I? I think I stitched in the wrong place. Oh, I know where it is. Yes. This one. Yes, I got it. I got it. Reverse stitching. Okay, look away, look away. Nothing to see here. Maddie says, Yogi, I just went to finish a thread and stabbed my thumb by accident. My husband looked at me, laughed, and said, I think it's time for a break. Oh, very supportive, isn't he? Maddie, you know, time to talk, time to have a conversation. He's supposed to rush over and provide some sort of medical, aid. Not just looking at you and go, hey, maybe time for a break as you're bleeding, you know? That's not a good foundation of a relationship, Maddie. Yes, busy mom, exactly. Nikki's going to have more than you do by the end of 2026. Watch the episode 300. Well, it's going to be more than 300 by end of the year. Okay, so I meant to start not here, okay? Oh, seriously. Yes, I meant to start here, and I went over there because both of them there's a little dent there. They look identical. Here. No. Kristen says, ghost stitches are all super light ones that blend in with your fabric. Oh, there's air stitching. Yes. We in this group, we use slightly different terminology, okay? It's air stitching, basically. Maddie says, I couldn't help, but I gave him the mum glare. Oh, was he scared? Was he trembling? Yes, Salandria. Yes, you know the lingo. Air stitching. Nikki says, I have 9 more charts to get fabric this year. I think all the fabric vendors need to, watch out. Nikki's coming. Ellen says, she's 12 years old today. How wonderful. Oh, of course. She's the one that did the 11 count chart, isn't she? Yes, so she's 12. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Please pass on my love and good wishes. And her stitching is beautiful. We all saw it. Nikki says, I need to find a new fabric dealer. Can't spend 70 bucks on a yarn. That's really pricey, isn't it? How does that work out in pounds? That's nearly 60 pounds for a yard? Seriously. I mean, if you do supersize, That's gonna hurt. That's very, very pricey. But it's not stopping Nikki, is it? Three hours whip parade. Yes, it probably take that long. Callan says 9 to 12 months they tend to start, as in speaking. My friend has 11-month-old twins. They started saying mama and dada a few months ago. Oh, wow. But are you sure that's what that's what a baby is saying? Sometimes they make noises, you know. It's like kitties. Sometimes they go meow and people think oh, my kitty just said I love you. When they're just meowing because they're hungry. But I'm sure Callan's, you know, baby child, the son, is definitely saying mama. Ellen says, I have around 250 webs, Yogi. So yes, I'm the 3-digit stitcher and I love it. Still some place in my spreadsheet to start more. Only my whip array is 8 hours and 4. Yes, exactly. To go through everything will be 8-hour whip array. Yes. I can see that happening with Ellen because she literally started spontaneously a brand new project, and this one basically, and it's supersized max colors, and she just go, hey, you know, I'm gonna start that one. Yogi's doing it, I want to do it too. And the amazing thing is, Ellen, you actually have the fabric ready there. Do you buy like big rolls of DMC or something? It's incredible. It's a supersized project. And she just goes, hey, let me start that one now. Oh, please. Claudia, exactly. That's how I imagine. Claudia says, Nikki, fabric dealer. I imagine meeting the dark garage and asking, you got the goods? And they show you the multiple colors. That's precisely what's in my head. And yes, when it comes to, you know, this kind of activities, I'm not going to say the S word, Nikki. Three ten, yeah, more 310 stitching. Yes, Nikki, you know, at last, I can buy something cheaper than you can. That's my fabric. Yes, I'm quite surprised by that actually. All right then, some 310s here to extend this line down a little bit. Maddie, you're not bleeding. That's good. All right. 1, 2. Next one. 3371. You know what? With this one, I'm gonna break the rules slightly and just complete, because I allow myself to skip stitches if it's at the border, so I don't have to go back and forth. Oops. It's just easier. So I'm going to break the rules a little bit. So technically, no floating stitches, but this is the edge, the border. So I allow myself to complete the stitches that is a couple of stitches away. So I don't have to keep going back and do these ones. I know Gemma probably will not approve, but you know, there you go. Just one more. All right. All right, and I'm going to cover the crime scene, clear up the crime scene very quickly. Clara says, I received my choice of chart for the 2025 Haysal Kitschy Kitchen. Oh, that one. Amy Stewart. Very fun chart with a lot of eyes looking everywhere. Yes. I love the color scheme of that one. I just couldn't stitch it because of the eyes. And it's quite nice with last year's Sao. You can just choose whatever you want. Whereas 2026, for some reason, they give you 3 to choose from. So if you don't like any of them, you know, there's probably less motivation for you to want to keep stitching. I wonder why they changed that though. It would be so much easier to just let people choose. All right. Ellen says, I recycle fabric from a web I was going to start, but changed my mind, and I always try to have some stock of fabric and buy them as much as possible at discount prices or buy coupons. So no rolls at all. But the thing is though, I don't know about you, Ellen, I like to change around with fabric count as well based on the project. So it's partially why I try not to stock fabric, because you know I might want different fabric counts for different projects. And also the size as well. I wouldn't know what size fabric to get if I just want to start them up, unless I just get a full roll. Otherwise, it's really tricky, isn't it? And my vendor here, they tend to be pre-cut pieces. So either they're too small or too large. Happens quite a lot. Oh, Ellen. Ellen says, I also have a lot of kids. Also, they're trying to buy with discount. And second-hand market. Oh, you mean like, well, I suppose they're probably not stitched already. Maybe kids that people have for years but not managed to stitch. Like eBay and stuff, I'm presuming. See you later, Sarah. Night night. See you tomorrow. Heather says, I have a yard of pre-gridded 25 and one of the 28, just in case. But it really depends on what chart you do, isn't it? So a single yard, is it enough for... It's probably enough for a regular size, right? What if you just decide to do supersize? And maybe you need a little bit more. Let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. It's all good. And this is what I love about color flow. You can make, you can just flow with the colors, and sometimes they form very unusual shapes, and it's okay. It just feels very kind of organic. Marsha says, Yogi, do you take your fabric off hoop every time you finish working on it? No, I don't. I only do it when I have to. So sometimes I need to move the fabric to a different location on a project, or I need to free up the hoop for something else. I only do it when I have to. So it just saves the trouble, isn't it? Because it takes a little while for me to get attention perfectly. Ellen says, I love my 25 count as my go-to, my favorite fabric, and dislike half stitches, so always full cross too. That's fair. If you have your favorite fabric count, then that's That's probably easier. Just like Kamari, you know, Kamari, the Japanese stitcher, she's got a whole row of DMC. So I don't know what the fabric prices are like in Japan. She's got a lot of DMC as well, like truckload of it. So either she's just independently rich, or the prices are maybe quite reasonable over there. She's got a big roll of 25 count. But then again, I have to say, she doesn't have, you know, a huge number of projects. She's quite monogamous when it comes to stitching. I think she's got a couple, 2 or 3 going on right now. But she's not like us. She doesn't have like 30 webs at a time. But she does have a big roll of DMC. I didn't know you can buy the rolls with the fabric. Let me take a sip of my coffee. Oh, and Ellen's is also prepared for the library of cats. And she's already have fabric for it. That's so organized. Do you think it's going to be released this year? I think that's what I read. I hope I like it. Can you imagine if I have a look at it and go, nah? It'd be quite disappointing. Claudia says, now I know that I prefer 18 counts. I'm considering buying a bolt of it. Oh, is that what it's called? An entire roll? And how long? How many yards? Not that I know the measurement of yards that well. She says, my husband is a big fan of buying in bulk. I like your husband. Yes, buy DMC in bulk, please. Yes. I like it. I know some people like buying things in bulk. Yes, I had an uncle. He would buy everything in bulk. It's a huge quantity of toilet rolls and, sweet corns in tins. It's just crazy. And he would give away to everybody. But the thing is, though, fabric count, it's an evolution, isn't it? Because for a while, when I first started, I thought, well, I'll be happy just stitching 14 counts. And then lo and behold, I wanted to try different fabric counts. So maybe at some point you just go, well, I just need to do 28 counts all the time. Janine likes 18 counts as well. So Janine, your circus, Marvelous Circus, is it on, I think it's 22 or is it 25? Oh, it looks very pretty. Ooh, hang on a second. I nearly did this stitch incorrectly. Okay, no problem. Crisis averted. Just one stitch over here. Yeah. No, Claudia. Claudia said last year, he, as a husband, bought quarter of a cow. I like the fact you said butchered, okay? Not like living cow, a quarter of a living cow. Thank you so much for that. Clarification. Claudia says, the per pound price was very cheap, but I'm so tired of beef now. Oh dear. Oh goodness. Yes. All right. I get the idea. I get the idea. Ellen says Amy Stewart said in one of her posts that she was thinking of to get the Library of Cats ready by end of November. You mean last November, the past November? I guess with exclusive chart for SAO, it was delayed, so I believe it's coming soon. Okay, yes, I vaguely remember she says something about the companion pieces for traveling library, and also at the same time maybe mention the dog Library of Cats as well. And she did say something about either end of last year or the beginning of this year. So. I hope it's going to be good. Because I don't like every single piece Amy Stewart has produced. It varies. So I hope I'll like it. Oh, Ginny says Marvelous Circus is 25 counts. Yes, it's very pretty. Very pretty. I really like 28 counts at the moment, but I think I'm falling in love with 25 all over again. Because for a while I was a little bit bored of 25 counts. Because every single project I had up to end of last year, pretty much all 25 counts. But now I've done sort of a detour on different fabric counts, different stitches. I'm sort of falling in love with 25 again. Marja says, my favorite fabric for full coverage project is 27 counts. Right, okay. She says, I tried 28 and 25, but I don't enjoy stitching on them. It was too soft for me. It was hard to keep the tension of stitching even. 20, but what's the difference between 27 and 28? They should feel very similar, I presume. Interesting. 27 counts. I don't think I've come across fabric that's 27 counts. Yes, 28 depends on what type of fabric you get. The one I've got is quite light. I actually like it because it's quite soft and light. And I can get the tension pretty good. And 25 counts, definitely, it's very robust. 25 counts is not that soft. It's supposed to be soft, but much... it's got more volume to it. I didn't even know 27 count existed. Busy Mom says, I really like my 20 counts. Yes. I think 20 and 22, they both have that even weave felt to it. You know, the stitches are smaller, finer, but you still have that Ada feel to it as well. So it's kind of hybrid in between. And Nikki says my fake 28 count is really 30 counts. But why will they fake it? Maybe mistakenly bought. I didn't even know 30 count existed. Is there such a thing as 30 counts? But the thing is though, Nikki, you regularly do 32 count anyway, so what's the difference? It's a little bit larger. Okay. Nikki says 30 count doesn't exist. But clearly it does. You've got it. Oh, hello, James. James, the PH Stitcher, says, hello, everyone. Good morning from the Philippines. Oh, is that where you are, James? And say hello to James. Travis, you have a gentleman stitcher to keep you company, okay? Welcome. Kelly says 27 count is called Linda. What? The fabric is called Linda. What about Jennifer? It's 30 count Jennifer, Nikki. So Linda is the name for 27 counts. Is 100% cotton, even weave, by Wochel. Wochel. That word is designed to trip Yogi. But the thing is, though, if it's 100% cotton, how is that different from DMC fabric? Why will it feel different? It's called Linda. Nikki says, I was doing full cross, but it was getting too tight, so I switched to 10 CXC. So you're talking about 28 count, something you thought was 28 count, but it turned out to be 30. Right. Interesting. So it's a little bit in between. So do you get decent coverage, I wonder? Because it's a little bit larger than 32. It's a bit tricky, isn't it? Coverage is very tricky. I'm still not fully convinced with single strand tent on 32 counts. I know I'm doing it with my Christmas piece, but I'm not convinced about the coverage. All right then, I'm going to park it down here. Landria says that's my mom's name. Yes. Your mom is 27 count fabric. Clara says, I don't like 27 count Linda. Very stiff and hard for me to pinch stitch. Oh, I see. So for whatever reason, it's quite stiff. But Marja actually prefers stiffness. That's interesting. I don't like my fabric stiff, actually. I really like soft fabric. Not super soft, not like linen. Linen's kind of a bit too much. But the regular even weave is just fine. So Marja actually prefers firmer texture. Clara says, I love the 25 count Lugana and 25 count DMC. Are they, what's the difference between them? I tend to get 25 count DMC fabric and I'm quite happy with them. What would be the major difference between Lugana and DMC when it comes to 25 counts? With 32 counts, I know DMC only goes up to 28. Nikki says, my drinks on the beach is 32. I know, you have, and also your kitchen, the old kitchen, you know, Ciro Marchetti piece, you're also working on 32 and it looks lovely, I have to say. But still, but when I'm stitching the Christmas piece myself, I'm just not sure about it. It's the coverage, and also for some reason the stitches, the shape of the stitches just show a lot more. They just look a lot more pronounced. Because when I do 2 strands with 25 counts, for instance, or 28, they don't look that different from full cross, you know. But on 32, it definitely shows. Lona says, I'm doing Supersized Earth Angel Hage by Josephine War. 1/110 on 32 count Lugana using CXC. It seems crowded to me. Really? So I'm doing, you know, Lona, you saw my Christmas piece on very similar spec. I'm not sure it's Lugana. It's got to be Lugana because it wasn't DMC. And I do 1/110. I just keep noticing the shape of the stitches showing, you know, even fully stitched area. You can see the slashes. And I'm just not 100% sure about it. I don't know how to feel about that. Kelly says, I believe the difference is in the blend versus cotton fabric weave. So Kelly is talking about the difference between Lugana and DMC fabric on 25 counts. So they just blend differently. Interesting. I haven't done the side-by-side comparison. I'm not sure if I have 25 count Lugana. I probably do. One, two, three. Okay. This one as well. Kelly says Lugana is 25% cotton and 45 viscose. I don't know what that is. Okay, so Lugana is actually not 100% cotton. It's a blend. And would you say it's better or I don't know. I tend to just go for a DMC because I know I like them. I like the DMC fabric. Nikki says the 32 count could be because of a different fabric, maybe. I don't know. I think that one was the only choice I've got from my vendor. So I just went with that one. Let me park it down here. Three, 371. Yes, and also what's the difference with Zwega? Yes, I think that's the one, Heather. Zwega Murano is the fabric I got for my Christmas project. And 32 counts, 1/1 with 10 single strand just doesn't really fully cover the fabric, I think. It just looks a little bit sparse. Lona says, Yogi, I'd rather see slashes than feel cramped and crowded. Not sure I'm liking the look. I might have to restart. Yes, I know what you mean, Lona, because with the Christmas piece, I went in initially wanting to do full cross. I actually did some tests, but only with one single color. So that was probably not very representative of real stitching. And once I started stitching that piece with full cross, it didn't take long for me to realize that it was not going to work out very well. It was very, very tight. So it kind of makes me question about going forward with 32 for other projects, because if my only option is 10 stitches, single strand, and I'm not fully happy with the coverage I don't know if I'm gonna do more of 32. I'm just not sure. Heather says viscose is rayon. Heather, it's not helping, okay? Translate into human language for me. Oh, Heather is so knowledgeable. I can't keep up. Lona says, I'm also thinking of changing DMC over CXC. With 32 counts, if you're doing 1/110, CXC is a better option. That's what I'm using. But if you're doing full cross, even DMC is going to run into problem because that's what I use initially to do full cross on 32. It didn't work out. It was just too tight. Clara says, Clara, are you talking about a difference between Zweger and Lugana or Lugana versus DMC? Clara says, I don't see much difference. Both are gridded. 25 count is slightly stiffer. Lugana grid is 10 by 10 blocks versus 20 by 20. Which ones are you comparing to? That's true, because Nikki tends to use pre-gridded fabric. I don't know, but maybe your fabric is a little bit fuller. Nikki says your 32 counts may look different than mine because I use easy grit Lugana fabric and yours is DMC. No, mine is not DMC because DMC doesn't go over 28 counts. It was actually Zweigart. I don't know how to pronounce that word. Murano or something. And it's ungridded. So yes, with that fabric, it's problematic because it's too full with full cross, even with DMC, but it's not, not enough coverage with 1/110 for me anyway. So I don't know what to do with it. I mean, I'm going to continue to work on the Christmas piece. It's really only once a year, so I don't mind it. It's this kind of a special piece. But, going forward, I'm just not sure about doing more of it. Oh dear. Lona says, Yogi's too crowded using CXC 1/110. Really, Lona? Are you using pre-gridded fabric? Because for my version of 32 counts, you've seen my Christmas piece, right? If you zoom out, it looks fine. It looks quite pretty. But from my distance, looking at my fabric, I can see the fabric underneath quite a lot. And I can see the slashes a lot, which I don't like. 1, 2. 1, 2. Heather says rayon is a manufactured fiber made of so many words. Cellulose. Right. Okay, so they're just different material. So rayon is not natural, but it behaves like cotton. Is that correct? Lynn says, Yogi, do you use a magnifier to stitch? I don't actually. With 32 counts, I can just about see the stitches, so it's fine. But I do have good lighting. I think lighting is important. Oh, Heather has been around for a little bit. She's seen the evolution of fabric. Hello, Dolly. Hey, babe. Hang on. Dolly time, Dolly time. I turn around and she's just there looking gorgeous. Hello, babe. How are you doing? Oh, sweetheart. Now belly up. No, just belly up completely. Hey, babe. Do you want to say hello to everyone? Come on then. Don't be shy. Was that you fighting earlier on, babe? Did you win? Oh, Dolly just said, I won, of course. Mummy, I'm the winner. I know you are, babe. Oh, yes, Dolly's the winner. No problem. She got that kitty sorted to the hospital. I know. There you go. I know, the purring is so loud. It's crazy, isn't it? She's always purring if she's sleeping. You know, she looks like she's deep in sleep. But if you come closer to her, and she's purring. She's just purring permanently. Yes, it's my Dolly purring. See you later, Natty. So good to have you. I'll see you later. I know. Dolly's a happy cat. She's so relaxed. You know, she just roll over and show her belly. Like, not a care in the world. But the last few days, you know, that kitty outside, the big cat, is making her a little bit more nervous. Let me take this one over here. Oh, Nikki's laminating as well. I'll probably try to come up with a template for the filing system, you know, Nikki's doing. I'll see if I can come up with a template as well for the thread cards that you can fold over, so you can place it on top of the hanging bit. So I enjoy my laminator at the moment. It's quite handy, isn't it? I didn't know it was so easy because I always thought, you know, laminators like for people who do a lot of crafting and really hardcore about things. And it turned out to be so easy to use. Landra says, I need a new storage system. I used to use these little plastic bobbins in plastic boxes, but don't like the kinks. They're pulling my thread. Yes, that's my issues. My issue with bobbins as well. It's labor intensive, you know, to get the thread out, but also the kinks as well. Lovely. Yes, Alandria, Gemma is using envelopes as well, but then, you know, I think she only uses DMC floss. So, like most of us, we probably use both, you know, DMC and other brands of threads. Then just using envelopes is kind of, you know, is going to take up quite a lot of work, and it's not very, it's okay. But I think what Gemma does is she puts all the colors in individual envelopes and then sort them out in kind of filing boxes. But it takes up a lot of space, isn't it? So I think Nikki's idea is quite nice. Just hang them in a box or a drawer, like a filing system. I quite like that. Nine zero two. 902. Krishna says I moved my master set onto wooden spools, so I got the benefit of bobbin boxes without the kinks. Bobbin box. Oh, wow. Wooden spools. So you still wrap the threads around But the thing is, though, how do you organize all the different spools? You still need to sort them in some sort of organized way. Oh, that's very nice of you, Kristen. Yes, we'll definitely have a look later. It's just fascinating to see everybody's method. And it's so interesting to see. And very inspirational as well, because it gives me a lot of ideas. Oh, there's a little bit of a red poking out here. Ah, yes, I was thinking that as well, Heather. Heather says the red is probably the start of a branch. Yes, I was thinking that it's transitioning into brown colors because these ones are a lot more brown and this is more dark and a little bit of blue over here as well. It's fascinating. And I am going to do, it's very exciting. Lona says, I have a hey Sal question. Saga doesn't give page breaks and pattern keeper's page don't align with Hayes page. How do you know where the pages are? Oh, it's very easy, Lona. If you're using Saga, you just check the PDF. So the PDF per page, that's the page height and width, and you just apply that to the highlight box, and it will give you the page definition. Just look up the PDF. So with PDF, each A4 sheets, each page is divided, I believe, is per page. I think the height is normally 10 blocks and the width is about 80-ish with heaven and earth. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There. Oh, look at this. Very exciting. I'm transitioning into a different color group. And I'm looking at the time, it's 1:30 12 midnight here. And so I'm going to pick just one more color, and I'll give you my stitch count. How's that? So this is the color of my choice, the final color, and I've got 5 stitches. 5 stitches. I love this chart so much. And I love the fact that at least at this point has got very balanced, sort of, you know, in terms of the way it's charted, there's a nice balance of color changes, but not too confetti at this point. So I hope this is gonna be the case. Maybe this is the supersize experience, right? Because I've been doing a lot of max color, regular size, and sometimes confetti can be very intense. All right then, I am going to end this thread here. The final color is 3371. Lovely. Right, so this is what I've got today. Let me zoom out a little bit. So today is our 200th episode stream. It's not episode, it's not Netflix. Just a scripting, you know, just a scripting. But 200th live stream. And yes, it's been, feels like quite an evolution for the channel. And, you know, one by one, you found the channel and come here to stitch with me every day. And it makes me very happy. And I hope you enjoy the channel going forward. And so today, to celebrate the 200th stream, I'm stitching this piece, which I started on our New Year marathon. Is Ciro Marchetti's Sleep Time. It's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And I started from the upper right there where the green leaves are. And as I move down diagonally toward the bottom left, I'll get to meet the little squirrel there. I don't know what the squirrel is doing. Looks like the squirrel's eyes are closed. It's sleeping as well, standing. How do squirrels sleep? I thought squirrels, they sleep lying down. So the eyes are closed. Okay, I'll find out what's happening there. And yes, it's a beautiful start. And you know, instantly you can see these beautiful leaves popping out, and the colors are so strong with this piece, and there's very little stitching going on there. So you know, I'm pretty safe on that front. And so let's have a look. And of course, I love the color flow. I think it's absolutely the correct, you know, perfect method for this piece at this moment. I'm not saying that I won't change. It's all about evolution, and I'll go with the flow. Okay, so let me show you my app today. And we want to find out how many stitches Yogi has done today. I want to find out too, because I have no idea. So you can see there's a little bit on the right there, and in case you don't know already, this is supersize. Okay, let me zoom out. Yes, my iPad just cannot handle the size of the chart. It's so big. Okay, just a little bit on the upper right there, so you can see. Okay, so are you ready for the reveal of the number of stitches today? Okay, count down to 3, 2, and 1. There you go. 226. Not bad, because I've been chatting quite a lot as usual, and some parts, you know, I have to change the colors quite frequently. So 226 is not bad at all, guys. Am I getting faster? Do I have to change the channel name sometime soon? You know, and look at the percentage. I think I moved from 0.11 maybe to 0.14. That's progress. Okay, so let's come back here. And thank you guys for joining me today for this special edition. Well, every edition is special. And I hope you enjoy your stitching today as well. So right now is 39 minutes and past midnight UK time. And from the sleepy London town, Yogi signing out. Okay, tomorrow I've got an early morning class as well. So I'll try to get some sleep and have some rest. And I hope to catch you tomorrow, Sunday, for another spot of Sunday stitching. Yes, give me some 99 and Dolly love, okay? Always need it, always need it. And particularly send us in Europe and UK to sleep as well. So until tomorrow, and take care and enjoy your stitching, enjoy the rest of the day. Night night, everyone. Nighty night. Bye bye. See you tomorrow. Bye.